Welcome, one and all, to the long-awaited return of some second channel series, but perhaps even the longer-awaited return of the Crusader Kings II Game of Thrones mod. Now, don't panic. If you don't like Game of Thrones, don't worry. It'll only be relevant, really, for the first character while we set up our own dynasty and everything else going on with that one. But this will be heavily inspired by the last Crusader Kings series we did a couple of months ago, where we are very much onto the role-playing side of our characters. We're going to try and play their decisions, their traits, their backstory based entirely on who they are, and more importantly, we are going to be bringing back the random backstory generator from last series as well, which I'll link in the description, of course. Now, I'm quite excited to see how that works with Game of Thrones mod in particular, because that was, when we were playing it with regular CK2, even though it was heavily modded, there was a lot of fantasy stuff coming out of that, right? It's a Dungeons & Dragons backstory generator, so with a fantasy mod, I've got high hopes for it. Now, massive warning going into it. This is going to be full spoiler territory for Season 8 of Game of Thrones. As in, if you haven't watched all of the TV show, every episode, and you plan to, firstly, I apologize for what you're about to get into, particularly the last season, my god. But more importantly, if you do plan on watching that, maybe give this a skip and come back to it when you're done. Otherwise, you're going to spoil what's going on there, because the whole point of this campaign is to carry on after the show ended. And there's a reason for that. Recently, HBO, the people who made Game of Thrones, basically said we're going to do a sequel series for Jon Snow. Arguably the main character, certainly one of the largest perspective characters, the point of view characters. So, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that sequel series before HBO get a chance to ruin it. So that's going to be the plan. We're going to be playing as King Jon Snow and seeing the aftermath of everything that happened in Season 8. I won't do a recap or anything like that because, you know, I'm sure a lot of you either don't care or know what's happening. And even if you do know what's happening, you're probably much like me when you don't care. So, here we go then. Let's dive right in. Now, in traditional Roll1D2 games / Mr. Samuel Streamer style, I have thrown together a, here are the rules if you're interested. Feel free to pause that and read through. I'm not going to go through them all. I have prepared two things. Number one, we are playing with an early version of the Foundation mod, the mod that I started working on mid-last Crusader Kings series. The idea of that is to combine all of my favorite mods into one mod, but only if I think there is something I want to change about them, or redo something about them, or mods that have been abandoned, change some features, and of course take feedback from all of you guys that I have asked many times over in many of the comments. And some of those features are implemented right now. Now, I didn't get very far with it because I'm a very, very busy person, and interest in CK2 definitely waned after the series ended, but maybe it's something that we'll pick back up with. But there's certainly a lot of mechanics in here. You can see some of them. A lot of them are disabled because things like Ruler Randomizer, Religion Randomizer, though would work, would be a bit weird in this scenario. Cannibalism expansions, Counselor skill gains, artifacts, traits, Easter eggs, that type of thing are all enabled here. Now, the second thing is I've created a scenario based on the ending of Season 8, something that I think will be the logical conclusion of the characters coming to power that did. So I'll give you the very basic cliff notes for the last season of Game of Thrones. For those of you who didn't see it, I don't blame you. But just as a very 30-second, very quick recap here. We're going to be playing as Jon Snow, currently King Beyond the Wall. He was exiled because he, at the end of a Game of Thrones, do you want to join society? Yes. Thank you. He, at the end of Game of Thrones, killed Daenerys Targaryen, who came back to take her throne because she became a tyrannical lunatic and burnt down the main city, King's Landing. After that, the people of the people in power, the Lords Paramount, decided that the person who should rule over the Seven Kingdoms is King Bran Stark, King Bran the Broken, and their logic for that was no one else has a better story than King Bran the Broken. I wish I was joking, that was a line directly from the show. Bran Stark is the king of the Seven Kingdoms. He granted the North independence, currently ruled by Sansa. Tyrion is in charge of the Westerlands, if we just break it up here. Tyrion is in charge of this red area here, the Westerlands. Then you've got Bronn of the Blackwater in charge of Highgarden for reasons I don't understand, or sorry, I should say the Reach, and of course Highgarden is his capital. You've got Gendry Baratheon, son of Robert Baratheon there, as king of the Stormlands, and Dorne is independent currently. So, that is what's going on with the Iron Throne. But why do I think this is, and of course, Yara Greyjoy, or Asha Greyjoy, whatever she was called in the show, is in charge of the Iron Islands. Now, why do I think there's an interesting thing about the end of season? Now, I didn't like Season 8, I won't lie to you, but King Bran Stark, Bran the Broken, is an all-seeing, all-knowing, omnipotent, basically omnipotent seer, known as the three-eyed Raven, or Three-Eyed Crow, don't remember. He sees the future with green dreams. He's a green seer, as you can see there. Gains loads of plot power and intrigue and piety and whatever else. He's a ruthless, deceitful, arbitrary king. He will stop every rebellion before it starts, or the civil unrest, or the religious upheaval, whatever. This guy's going to stamp it out before it even happens. And I think a lot of people wouldn't take too kindly to that. I think a lot of foreign realms, particularly the free cities immediately over the Narrow Sea here, Dawn, maybe even the North, wouldn't take too kindly to a king who is capable of seeing and knowing all. All their freedoms and liberties have been crushed out, but we are simply just a little Jon Snow up here in the North. So, without further ado, shall we get on with things? Now, before we unpause, let's just at least see what we've got going on with our character here. And there is a story scenario I've concocted that will pop up as time goes on. You'll know it when you see it. So we are Jon Snow, of course, House Stark, raised by his uncle, Eddard Stark, but is actually the son of Rhaegar Targaryen, who was in line to take all of the kingdoms, the Iron Throne, and Lyanna Stark, Eddard Stark's sister, and of course Sansa's aunt. That is our character, so he's both House Stark and House Targaryen, but has only publicly ever been known as House Stark, so that's what we've got here. He is a dutiful commander, a defender, an inspiring leader, a formidable fighter, a direwolf. He's not a direwolf, he owns a direwolf called Ghost, funnily enough. He's a sympathizer of the wildlings. Big part of his character is he's quite an honourable character, as you'll see as we go down the list here. Except for that, ignore that. He has been disinherited from his title. He was exiled, banished beyond the wall because, and the reason he's dishonourable here, is he killed Daenerys in cold blood because he saw that she was going to be a lunatic, a bad ruler, like her father and Jon's grandfather, Aerys the Mad. So he killed her dead. He's also a very skilled fighter, an incredible duelist, formidable fighter. He's humble, honourable, authoritative, brave, just, honest, ruthless, and diligent. He did a ruthless thing in the name of justice, and that is why he is dishonourable, but he did it for fairly honourable reasons. He didn't want to see innocent people die, which is kind of what happened at the end of Season 8. And that's our guy. Now, he starts married, which is interesting. Val from Beyond the Wall. Val as in, like Val. She's, in the books at least, a wildling princess. She was married to Mance Rayder, if I remember correctly. But she's, for some reason, married to Jon Snow. And hey, that's alright. That's not a problem. She's a fantastic character. She's even got her own wiki page there, so I assume it is the Val. Apparently she's got a weirwood brooch. Oh, that's lovely. By lovely, I mean horrifying. A little bit mighty boosh. But here we are. Now, for our character, we've got Longclaw, a Valyrian steel sword. And we apparently don't have an entire council. Now, again, this is a big mod pack, so I assume that is Great Trade League. All of the mods we're using for this, including that, will be down in the description. So you can go and find everything I'm playing along with here. As a heads up, though, if you do choose to play along, some of the mods are not technically compatible, but I've made them compatible. Don't ask me how, because I'm not entirely sure, and I didn't want to investigate and break everything. So take it with a grain of salt. If you do choose to play along, wouldn't recommend including more Bloodlines, because that will probably break everything. So here we are. No friends. I'm sure we do have friends. I'm sure it just hasn't updated yet. We've got a slightly overblown court. No packs, no nothing. We're just a dishonored, disinherited exile beyond the wall, leader of the wildlings who he protected and turned his back on the Night Watch, of course, to protect. So let's take a look around. We've got some decisions to take. We'll undertake all the decisions, the important stuff, as we after we've unpaused and you know, at least got the basics set up here. So I think, first things first, let's choose a focus. Make a friend, become a paragon of virtue, fall in love, have a daughter, have a son, become a knight, tame a dragon, or see the realm prosper. Honestly, out of all of them, I like the idea that Jon Snow want to see the realm prosper. The wildlings, he grew to understand them and know their people, and I think he would want to see them prosper. So we're going to go for that one. Global revolt risk is reduced, and he wants to see the realm be at peace for 5 years and see it prosper. I think that's quite nice. And given that he's been forced into this role as king, I think rulership would actually be an interesting pick. I think the right pick, actually, for the character. He's got to learn to be the king. He's got to learn the people he's ruling over and understand what they need at this point. So I'm all right with that. Again, decisions we'll take a look at when we unpause here. Our capital is this building here. Oh, Crusader's Keep. Interesting. Which is like a small keep there beyond the wall. Beyond the wall is all kind of snow and tundra, a wasteland the further north you go, effectively. But here we are, Crusader's Keep. Okay, got a secret passage. A secret passage in Crusader's Keep is a horrible inclination there. Horrible implication, sorry. Or inclination, maybe both, perhaps. We got a lot to do. Jesus, there is so much to do. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but maybe we'll just unpause and see how it goes here. We'll set up our council, very basically. Oh my god, is Tormund around? Tormund Giantsbane. Let me know when you see him. Surely we could just sort by Marshal, right? He's got to be here somewhere. Walrus. Tormund Giantsbane. There he is. He is our friend. Yeah, the character page just haven't updated yet. Of course, we put him in command. And for bodyguards, we can pick a giant. That's always a good idea. And let's just go ahead and get these basic honorary titles set up, and then we'll worry about, you know, going into the detail and the nitty-gritty of things later on. Now, when we have our next character, that's when, of course, we'll be using the backstory randomizer and getting into more kind of what we did last series. But I'm just using this as a medium, really, to propel our hopes and dreams. All right, I'm happy with that. I think that's all pretty good. We'll also assign commanders, and let's just unpause, dive in, set our council up. You can oversee the realm. You can perform charity. And we get a maester because we are a Northman by culture. As far as I recall, it's by culture. Maybe it's by religion. Either way, we've got one. So I'm happy with that. And let's plow ahead. Now, we're going to let a couple of months tip before we start making any big decisions, mainly because we could get a story event unfolding. But more importantly, we'll probably get a lot of ancestral claims, as have just popped up. But some character interaction might happen, more importantly. So because we are the blood of House Stark, we gain lands that should be reclaimed. Now, really, with the blood of House Targaryen, the game is just saying House Stark because that's kind of the forced dynasty of this character. But we could legitimize him. So because actually he's a House Targaryen in secret, we gain a claim on Dragonstone, the House Targaryen traditional seat, the Seven Kingdoms, the Most Devout, that's a lie, we don't get a claim on that one, and the High Lordship of King's Landing. And there you go. House Targaryen has ruled Westeros since Aegon's conquest. We united the Seven Kingdoms into one. We built King's Landing. We forged the Iron Throne, but we will not let our birthright slip away. So our guy probably isn't interested in getting the Iron Throne, but he has a claim on it. There is that option there. And there you go. We got some other ancestral claims coming in here. Interesting. So if we set his character page, we've got a claim on the Seven Kingdoms. If we decide to press that, that's on us, really, isn't it? If we want to go for that, if we want to enforce that, if we are interested and can find a way to, I think, legitimately drive the character towards that, that's fine. But this is a role-playing series. I don't think Jon Snow would be super interested. He did basically voluntarily take exile, so maybe not so early on. Anyway, let's give it a couple of months before we go crazy here. King John, hello. I've decided to accept a request from your cousin, Queen Sansa Stark, asking for legitimization. Oh, shit. Sansa is going to make us legitimate. Thank you. A fine addition to House Stark. Much appreciated. She's made us a legitimate member of House Stark. Oh, excellent. Because, you know, he was raised by his uncle. His mother is a Stark. His father's a Targaryen. In the show, they were married, but I believe in this, they're not. Yeah, see, they're not actually married in this because they were married in secret, so no one knows about it besides, you know, there's a records in the officiator's office, but that's really about it. So we're Stark in name, half in blood, but you know, maybe we could be a Targaryen. Who knows? All right, have we got anything else to worry about? Oh, well, that was bloody fast. Okay. Maybe here's the story event. Meantime to happen was like 3 years, but it's kicked off already, so that's fine. The Ever Watchful King. Quiet whispers spread through the kingdom. Behind closed doors, lords and maesters alike secretly loathe their all-knowing ruler. Yet do not dare openly discuss their distaste of the new justice in the land for fear of being the next one silenced. Since the ascension of King Bran the Broken, civil unrest, religious uncertainty, and embers of war are stamped out before they even begin. Peace is silently enforced, sometimes against the will of the people, and the traditional Westerosi ways of conflict and feud have entirely been extinguished. This ripple has reached its way to the lords with the power to openly discuss it, those who cannot be silenced. You must decide on a course of action. And I think it makes sense. I think it makes perfect sense that if you've got an all-seeing, omnipotent ruler, suddenly given the kingdom, handed the kingdom by a council of a few people, I think you'd probably be pretty pissed off. I think there would be a lot of people very unhappy about this, especially given that he is an arbitrary ruler. He's an ambitious, ruthless, arbitrary, deceitful ruler. So, what do we say then? Do we want to, do we agree that he has taken away the freedoms of the land? If we do that, we are not happy about his methods of doing things. Minus 50 opinion with him. He gets minus 50 opinion of us because we're disruptive. You know, we're potentially ruining the peace that he's trying to keep, for better or worse. And there may be untold dangers, even civil war. Because all of the rulers will get this event. All of them get to decide based on their opinion of him, their traits, whether or not they agree and their goals align, whether or not they agree with him here. We can say the people are tired of war, and he gains 50 opinion of us, we gain 50 opinion of him. We openly declare our support for the king. That one will openly declare our disapproval, or we stay neutral. But of course, if we remain neutral, there's a massive civil war. maybe we could be caught up in that regardless. And more importantly, we didn't pick a side. So, given that we need some sort of driving story, in my opinion, I think we are going to go for the top option. Our character is honorable. He is just. He's authoritative. He's brave. He's content. He's honest. Versus Bran, who is basically the opposite of all of those traits. We're talking about a ruthless, deceitful, arbitrary character. Deceitful versus honorable. Deceitful versus honest. Dishonorable. Ruthless. There's a lot going on there. And I think our guy would not be up for it. Now, bear in mind, we're not actually part of the Seven Kingdoms. We're independent. So that could be something that we might not have to worry about so urgently, but we are going to disapprove of that. Oh. Did it just immediately go into civil war? Holy shit, that's not supposed to happen yet. But this is the glory of it. I made the kind of this setup very, very random. Very open-ended, so that the characters can pick sides. They can decide whether they like him, whether they don't. We'll be notified about, you know, who's chosen what sides very soon. We get climb on King's Landing too, because we are part Targaryen. Wow. We'll check the Civil War sides in a second. Here we go. So, though the king would have long foreseen this, and is certainly already making contingency plans, many lords have come forward both in favour and defiance of the crown, and lines are being drawn in preparation for what's shaping up to be a bloody civil war. Age-old alliances and blood feuds are being cast aside in response, yet neither side is significantly outmatched by the other. So, people on our side of things, Grand Maester Samuel Tarly, okay, that's good, of the Iron Throne, the Maester of the Iron Throne there, and if we look at him, Disruptive Vassal -50, and then Samuel -50 because he disapproves of the methods. Like I said, everybody got to choose, and these four people have chosen to side with us. Brienne of Tarth, Honourable Brienne, because she's honourable, probably disapproved of his methods. That's just how the AI would have based their decision on that. -50 again. We've got Tyrion. Tyrion's backed us, and Bronn has backed us too. So that's Bronn of the Reach here. So Bronn of the Blackwater. And then we've got Tyrion, and then we've got a couple of people inside his own council. Kingsguard. She probably won't do anything against him because she's honourable. She's not going to kill him. And you know what? Honestly, I'd like to see her try, given that this guy has 25 intrigue. And then, of course, we've got Samuel Tarly there too. Wow. And there it is. The lines are drawn. So the Vale and Dawn won. Dawn is independent, but everybody basically got to choose if they were someone significant. This is interesting. What about the High Septim? Did he remain neutral? Apparently so. That's interesting. Who else we got then? So who else would have been able to vote? What about you? What do you think of him? I don't think there's any way I can see her relationship to him, because they're obviously separate realms. What's this civil war over? Let's take a look. So we have a... he is attacking Sweetport Sound. Don't know where that is. An independent island here, apparently. So he's attacking that one. Okay. Then we've got... Lord Paramount Tyrion the Imp has declared a war of Westerlander independence. So he's already declared independence on the king, not happy with how things are going there. Okay, fair enough. Did anybody back Tyrion in that one? No. No attackers, no allies either way. And then Bronn has also declared independence. Holy shit, they're kicking things off hard. Wow. Bear in mind, that happened before that response event popped up, so they'd already decided long before the decision was even relevant. So my entire scenario, basically pointless. They had already made up their mind. So we can sit up here and maybe just hide for now. Hello, it's my friend Clay. Hello, Clay. He wants to invite us to a banquet. Sure. I think he'd be up for it. I think he would reluctantly attend. Jon Snow, big introvert energy. Who's this? King Aegon of Aegon's host. Oh, shit. Interesting. Okay, that's a book plot, which might be relevant, which we'll talk about in a second. Yeah, I think he would reluctantly attend, because I think you want to impress the people. So, in the books, there is a character called Aegon, right? Aegon Targaryen, which is basically the character Jon became in the show. Never was a character. This character wasn't a character in the show. But Varys and Illyrio Mapatis from Pentos swapped out the baby that was murdered. Jon Snow's younger sibling swapped out the baby that was murdered and then plans to bring back this king. In theory, it's all a big grand conspiracy. You don't know if it's truth or not because the last book's never coming out, let's be honest. This one is apparently legitimately, though, that same child. There he is. Our younger or older half-brother, right? Yeah, slightly older half-brother. Wow. He's incapable. He's also infirm. Oh, what happened? He got absolutely clapped by somebody, and now he's just kind of sitting around in Rain House, not doing anything. Oh, shit, well, that's unfortunate. Sure as hell hope we don't end up playing like him. If you could have a baby soon, that'd be nice. Okay, so Civil War's already off to a crazy start. Now, I don't know what we're going to do as Jon Snow, to be completely honest with you. Because he's an honorable character. He's been exiled. I don't know. He's not ambitious. No, he's completely opposite. He's content. I don't know that he would suddenly say, let's go for the North, or let's go for the Iron Throne. He would do it for the purposes of honor. You know, he would be, it's his fault that Bran's in charge. Maybe that's a way we could go down there and try and stop him. Go down there and clap his cheeks just to restore a little bit of justice. That could be a way we do it. Anyway, let's have a look here. We can adopt a new sigil. That'd be fun. As a Stark of Winterfell, I proudly bear the running direwolf as my symbol, but I can emphasize my position as the second son by adopting a personal sigil of my own pair of running direwolves on white. Or we go for a Stark Targaryen sigil. That could be nice. I think we should do it. We get House Targaryen and House Stark. I think let's do that. I quite like that idea. So does that just swap us over to... Does that swap his... I have no idea. I assume that would swap his sigil over here. But I guess because he was made a legitimate member of the full house by Sansa when we loaded in, I think that... I think regular house start might override it there. Okay, maybe it just takes a while. Maybe it just takes a while. Who knows? Certainly not going to change it again, to be honest. It does say return to traditional sigil there, but I'm not going to change again. So we'll unmark those as special interest. Do we want to legitimize ourselves? We lose the trait disinherited. Because we're king, we can force ourselves into legitimacy. And I think what that means is if Sansa dies, then we would inherit the North. If she dies without a child, if Bran dies without a child, we'd inherit the North. Because we're legitimate. And she did write to us and tell us we were legitimized. So you know what? I'm going to roll with it. I think that's not a bad idea. She gave us permission to do that, so we're going to do it. Maybe I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for her, though. Let's kick some of these courtiers out. Hello. I want to express my consternation at the fact that Harlag enjoys command of your armies, while someone of higher status would clearly be more appropriate. My lord, you make a good point. Whatever. We want to impress the people. Now, Jon Snow is new in these realms. These aren't his people. You know, they don't have his culture, his religion. He's a foreign king, but they respect him. They respect his strength, his kind of warrior nature. Also, he was resurrected from death. So that probably does kind of help out a little bit. We gotta learn their ways. I think we've really got to learn the people and how things work. So that's what we'll be focusing on for a little while here and kind of get things going in that regard. Keeper of the Swans. Here, look after my swans. Don't know if they have many swans up here. What do the vassals think of us? So we've got Gendal Warrior Main. Minus 50. Fired from the council. We want control of the Lordship of Skirling Pass. We have something that he wants. Lordship of Skirling Pass. Do we have a vassal that should be his? I have no idea. What do we have of yours that you want back? Lordship of Skirling Pass. He wants this bit. Okay, sure. We'll give him that. That guy was a vassal under us. And if he dies, we'll inherit his stuff anyway. Probably won't be the case, but hey. Sure. Let's plow ahead then. Let's see what happens. And there you go. In the name of the Father, I, Brandon of the House Stark, first of his name, promise, pledge, and guarantee in the sight of the Seven, that I will be the protector and the defender of the realm in all ways useful to it, however many, insofar as I am supported by divine assistance according to my knowledge and ability. Today he was crowned official king. Now this response is automated, if I recall. He is no king of mine, because we really do not like him. Holy shit. Now, if you're wondering what some of these traits are, these are added by the Foundation mod. These are traits that will mark artifacts, right? So if we're looking for rare artifacts or whatever, if they own an artifact, they'll have that. And then if they have a book, they'll be marked with that trait. Then if they have an armament, so weapons or armor, be marked by that as well. You can toggle off with the Foundation mod whether you want just one trait representing it all, or whether you want all the clutter. I've turned on all the clutter. And we do have more bloodlines too. That's a fair point. Let's see what bloodlines we've got here. So we have a drop of dragon blood, because our guy is a descendant, of course, of House Targaryen. Last of the Dragonlords to survive the Targaryen fled to Dragonstone, blah, blah, blah. So we get some dragon bonuses there. Lots of dragon bonuses, lots of martial, personal combat. The blood of Viserys. Viserys the first or whatever. Not other Viserys from the TV show. Targaryen bloodline, wow. Bloodline has a fairly strong seed. So that means that children have a higher chance to inherit the kind of white hair and purple eyes of House Targaryen. We also have the Stark bloodline there too. That also has strong seed, so that would probably overwrite this one, given that this one's strong, this one's fairly strong. Blood of the King Beyond the Wall is something that we've got here. King Jon achieved what few have managed to do in the history of the free folk and united the disparate tribes beyond the wall into one might host. That's good. I'm glad that we might host them. Hopefully he will host them. And let's pop our outliner out here so we can see what the hell is going on. We can create titles. Probably not, but we'll open it up anyway. Okay, you want a commander? I thought we hired a commander. Oh, shit. Here, you can have a commander title, and let's give it to this guy who doesn't really like us so much. There you go. Okay. I think that sorts all of our business out. At long last, we can actually start bloody playing now. Crazy. What are we going to do for a while? Well, again, I think we just need to kind of understand our people, you know? Just have a nice time here. Just figure things out as we go. That's from the Foundation mod, by the way. We can... All the employment options are nicely hidden away behind a little drop-down menu there. I thought that was quite nice. Great mod. Who made that? We can host a feast. We can... Ooh, craft a weirdwood weapon is interesting. That's part of our religion. Can we do anything that's kind of focused on our... Hold a melee. Oh, cool. Forge a Targaryen armor, of course. We'd have to try and do it at some point. As a knighthood is rare in the north, the knightly tourney and its pageantry and chivalry are as rare as hen's teeth beyond the neck. Northmen fight a horse with war lances but seldom tilt for sport, preferring melees that are only just this side of battles. So we can have a melee. If we get 100 wealth, maybe they'll respect that. Maybe we'll win. That could be interesting. Hire a bard. Your court lacks a bard. Oh, shit. Hell yeah, I'll hire a bard. Having a court bard is a mark of distinction and refinement, but hiring one of your prestige and reputation will grow. Hiring one, your prestige and reputation will grow. However, you must decide what type of bard you want to employ. How much money have we got? 61 gold. How much money are we earning? 1.68. Bloody hell. Do I want to bankrupt the realm to find a fantastic singer? What would Jon Snow do? I don't think he would take... I think he would want a genuinely talented singer. Maybe the wildlings respect that. You know, storytelling. Kind of a bit more Nordic, I suppose, than wildling. But that could be good. Find me a local singer who's reasonably competent. Let's go for a local singer. That seems like a good idea. A few days later, your steward informs you that they've found a talented minstrel known throughout the area. They've wandered from keep to keep, feast to feast over the last few years, but now looking for a more settled employment. The bard agrees to serve you for a more foreseeable future. Congratulations, you say. You're now the core bard. Well, that's good. I'm glad that we've started high. Jormin. Excellent. We've got a sounds like court bard. Is that relevant? I'm not sure. This guy wants to join us. Jory. Holy crap. Brilliant commander. 21 Marshal. It's going to cost us 40 gold. I'm sorry. I don't think we need an extra commander right now. There's nobody to go to war with. I don't think there's anything much we can do right now. We could try and take back Castle Black. Eastwatch is a ruin. So these are all ruins. They were destroyed at the end of Season 7, I think. We could try and repopulate them, can we? I don't see why not. Colonize. If we have 400 gold, we could take back Castle Black for the wildlings. That could be interesting, and I think Jon Snow would have a vested interest in doing that, given that he was a member of the Night's Watch. Take that back and make that the capital of our realm. That could be an interesting idea. I quite like that idea. Alright, maybe we'll give it a go. It cost us a bloody fortune, but we can we can dream, we can try. Do the lodges work? Okay, lodges work from Foundation mod, of course. Secret passages. We need to start making a little bit of money, maybe. Some farms beyond the wall. Don't know how well that would work. Is winter's gone? Are we good now, maybe? Wow, look at all this stuff. Crazy Alchemist Workshop. Oh, I remember that one. That was quite fun. Wow, there's so much to see. Good lord. It's going to be a long time before I think we're able to do that. Now, let's take a look at our societies, then. That's going to be a lot of what we're doing here, given that there isn't much else for us to do right now. So we've got the Cold Ones, that's the Devil Worshipper Society. The Old Way is the Warriors Lodge. Dothraki Riders, probably not really relevant to us. The Free Folk. Would we be allowed to join that? No, because we're not their culture. We're Northmen, they're Wildling, they're Free Folk, so we can't join that. Then we've got the Skin Changers. What does this do then? Skin Changers often keep to themselves, but from time to time they gather to share knowledge and speak to others who understand their gifts. So speak to others who understand their gifts. To attend their gatherings, you must be able to wear the skins of beasts of the forest, sky, and sea, or otherwise have mastery over the magic of the old gods. Which apparently we do. We don't, but maybe we do. Maybe it's just because we have a direwolf. Who knows? Maybe it's because we've got that Stark blood or something like that. What can we do with this then? Because we have level 1 rank, we can attend the gatherings of skin changers and meet others. Okay. Pact Brother gives Marshal +1. We can learn the secrets of skin taming from the elders and carve a runic weirwood staff of office. Oh, cool. Marshal +2 when we become an elder. We can commune with the old gods for powerful blessings, train others in the gift of skin changing, and then Great Warg. We can travel to distant lands to tame exotic creatures. I'm in. Forget all of this crap. Forget the scenario I've made for us. Forget that crap. How about, hear me out here, John Exotic. Tiger King. That might be the best idea I've ever had. Oh, that's incredible. And then when this guy, maybe, hopefully, finally has some kids, we train those guys to be wargs, and that'll allow us to understand the wildling culture a bit more. We'll prove ourselves worthy as king, which I think that's something that Jon Snow would definitely be interested in, right? Oh, I say there's no winter. Here's winter. Right on cue. Brilliant. We're going to be strapped for cash for a long time. Can we raid? I guess the better question is, would we raid? We're more resistant to the effects of a severe winter. We're anti-slavery. We can't raid. Interesting. I think if we were wildlings, we'd be able to raid. So that if we had, say, this culture here. Can sacrifice prisoners to the gods. Can raid infidel neighbors for loot. So maybe if it happens naturally, if he decides to give away his old gods and worship the beyond the wall old gods, basically the same thing. One's a bit more old school, you know. A little less chivalrous, shall we say. Maybe if we get that, maybe we should go for it. That'd be kind of interesting. Only if it comes up naturally, of course. Soren Shieldbreaker of the Shivering Forest. What are you up to? We're an honourable man. So I think firstly we'd say stop all plots. That seems very Jon Snow. Get rid of all the fun. We can put a flagship. We're landlocked. I mean, we're landlocked. Obviously, our domain expands beyond that. We've got all of this, like this stuff beyond the wall. But I don't think it's entirely relevant that we will build a flagship quite yet. We're not going to do anything with the flagship. We need to go on adventures. But right now, we're basically trapped up here until we get some sort of driving, meaningful factor as far as I'm concerned. I'll find him something nice. Yeah, we'll find you, you know, Garrus Crow Killer. We'll find you a nice wife, don't worry. How about Allery Hightower? What? I don't think that's quite right. I think we're gonna, it's gonna be a no from me, Chief. Let's see what we've got in our court. You can marry Jilly. Lovely, sweet Jilly. Here you go as a wife. Enjoy. Might as well get ourselves a little bit of, of respect amongst the wildling people, you know? Try and show them that we're a good guy, we mean good things. Can we take out a loan or something? Just get our economy rolling. We want to see the realm prosper, right? Oh, hello. Oh, it's Pip. Pip from the Night's Watch. There he is. Black Brother Cloak. Oh, is he our bard? No, he's in someone else's court. Oh, I thought we'd hired him as a bard. That's a shame. Okay. He wants us to teach him how to fight. Of course, Jon would happily do that. Yeah, I mean, they were in the Night's Watch together. I think he'd be more than up for that, to be honest with you. Let's have a little sword fight then. How's the Civil War going? Sorry, I'm getting distracted with thoughts of taming tigers. What's going on down here? Bran is now 15. Bran the Broken. He's got a wolf. Not a dire wolf, but like a regular wolf. Like a little wolf. A regular plain old wolf. That's still fairly impressive. His heir is Edmund Tully. Interesting. That's his uncle. That's his mother's brother. That's our character's... no relation. No blood relation, anyway. While passing judgment on criminals from the safety of your throne, a young noble is brought before you. Jon would not allow a young noble boy to be released because he is simply noble. Jon is a prestigious man. He is a man of honor and decency. Oh, shit. So at the end of Season 8, as you may remember, Jon Snow killed Daenerys, and her dragon saw that. And the dragon was really angry. So angry that he melted a chair. It's a long story. It was a bad season. That dragon then flew off, and nobody knows where it went. But apparently it's now ridden by some dude in... Where are you? Illyria, I assume? Let's see Valyrian. Where are you? Mantaris. Oh, wow. So it flew off to what remains of Valyria here. And now someone's flying one of the most powerful dragons out there. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. There she is. There's Daenerys. She looks a little more, oh, what's the word? She looks like she's, a little bit more pug than I remember. Like half Targaryen, half pug. She looks very strange. But there she is. Murdered on the orders of King Jon. That was us. What a sad time. And there's the dragon. Jesus. Well, that could be a concern. Should we mark the dragon as special interest and see what happens to it? Bearing in mind, there are very few people out there in the world who are capable dragon riders. We are one of them. We are one of the very few people with all of those bloodlines capable of doing this. So that would be potentially something we could massively use to our advantage, I think. Your Grace, news from the Red Keep of a trial by combat. Prince Chai Jong-san, who? Demanded a trial by combat from his captor, King Bran Stark. Selecting Juk as his champion, Juk forced his opponent Sir Lyle Craighaw to yield, proving his innocence. From Carcosa? That's beyond the Bone Mountains. Weird. Okay, the King of Carcosa was for some reason imprisoned by Bran Stark. I have no idea why. Yeah. Yeah, no, okay. Don't inform me of trials by combat. Well, we don't really care about the trials of combat by the Iron Throne, do we? Ooh. The wildlings are helping to repair his reputation. Your Grace, I've spent the past months trying to improve your good reputation. I've sent many ravens and met with many more notable lords. Shit, they're bailing him out. They were like, actually, Daenerys was a fucking psycho. Maybe Jon's not as bad as you thought. Excellent work. Wait, change dishonor by -10. We've only got -10 dishonor. Oh, Lord Arthur. Who was that man? Who was that man? He deserves all that. He deserves a great kindness. He's managed to clear Jon's name almost immediately. There he is, Lord Arthur. What can we give him? What can we gift him for his service? I mean, let's try and become friends with him. Immediately cleared Jon's name. All that murder he did. The reason he was exiled in the first place. People are actually like, yeah, you know what? Maybe the guy's got a fair point. Maybe he should have done her in. She was a little bit nuts. And I mean, it's not as if they can say, no, she wasn't nuts. She burnt down the capital city. Actually, is that like a ruin at this point in this bookmark? Is it like destroyed? There's no buildings there at all. Maegor's Holdfast. Wow. Everything got destroyed. Wait, really? Holy shit. Everything got destroyed. Huge Waterman Fortress, Royal Shipyard, Dragon Pit, Wine Cellar. But no buildings at all. Whoa. Holy crap. I think that's intentional, right? King's Landing. Here we are. Has very few things built in it. I wonder if that's intentional. I wonder if it was burnt down by the dragon. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, Jon is our first trial. Jon, I name you a pretender. Aemon Raider is the true ruler beyond the wall, as recognized by myself and other nobles. So, Gendel the Whisperer. Oh my god, that guy that we just gave land to, he's betrayed us. The deceitful man. Jon, you honorable fool. He and Lord Carlin are going to declare war on us. Will we be blackmailed? No. He is not the honorable ruler. Is that Mance Raider's son then? Aemon Raider. Who is that? Aemon Raider is Mance Raider. Yes, Mance Raider's son. Oh, shit. Okay, Mance Raider was the previous king beyond the wall. Was killed by Stannis, in the show at least. Sure. I will not be blackmailed. We've got to prove ourselves worthy of our kingdom. I quite like that. Let's get the troops together. Let's get the troops together. Let's bring them home. Here we go. Let's pop you guys down there. We've got boats. Have we got any boats at all? None. Oh, shit. Let's disband you. Let's do it. Can we win this? How many troops they got? More than us. Oh, shit. We got 1,600. We got 1,600, but that's including 388 from there. Wow, this is dangerous. Okay. Well, let's see how we get on. Jon Snow is a very, very good commander, and I have a feeling... Okay, those guys are going to die if we do that. Those guys are going to die if we do that. Can we retreat up and try and bring our forces together? Or is that folly? It's fine. Ooh, hello. Someone's improved relations with the Lord Jerick of the Haunted Forest. Thank you. Oh, man, our counselors are really putting in some work here, aren't they? Let's raise our troops again. See if we can get them out there safely. Okay. These guys are basically trapped, but if we can maybe sneak them past the Great River, up through this mountain pass, through the giant stairs, and up to the Frost Caves a little bit. Let's see what we can do. This is dangerous. And there's the winter. Supply limit -2. Levy reinforcement rate -15%. So basically, the first battle that we have in this war is going to be the deciding one. Okay. Ambition then. The realm is not at peace. We have failed. Instead, we want to win this war. And I think that's a good idea. Maybe after that, we can get some peace. They've sieged the Fist of the First Men. Now, in the books, at least, Then is far more civilized. In the show, they made them out to be like mad cannibals. But in the books, Then is like almost a bit more of a normal medieval, what you would expect of a medieval society. Are we able to do anything here? No. So they're going to clap those guys. Can we sneak up behind them? No. Not yet, at least. Oh, they've got so many troops. My priest has decided to steal money from us. Let's imprison him. We'll deal with him later. Oh, God, it's all going wrong. What can we do? Can we hire some troops? Can we do anything? Oh, shit. This is bad. 1,224 troops versus 2,300. What the fuck are we supposed to do? We can't get mercenaries. We've got no allies to call in. We can't hire mercenaries, right? None. Oh, dear. Wow, that's a difficult start. Okay, what the friggin' hell are we gonna do? What can we do? Maybe bait them to attack us in somewhere that's, like, favorable to us? Like a river crossing? Okay, Jon leads the middle. He's a very, very, very good commander. So, we got Tormund. We are so outnumbered. 320 men not raised. I wonder if we can come through here. Pick off those guys. Oh, shit. This year was not the most productive for the woodcutters. They need some extra help to reach the annual quota. We lose 300 prestige, but there's a chance of us getting some gold. No, why can't we join in to help the people and not worry about the gold? That's a shame. Let them work at their own pace. We could hide in the mountains and try and get them to cross the mountains into us. Oh, shit. While carrying... Wow. Okay, this is nothing to do with the story scenario. This is just coincidence. While carrying out my duties for the skin changers, I've met Elder Brandon on several occasions as King Bran Stark. Bran the Broken. One would be hard-pressed to find a more unsympathetic character. I suspect he's spreading lies behind my back to damage my reputation. We've become bitter rivals with him. He also has a friggin' pet whale. He's in the Skin Changer Society because he is, oh. This guy wants to ransom himself out. Call him for trial? Let's just kick him out then. Make him priest again. That's fine. Whatever. He's paid his crimes. This is difficult. Wow, this is really hard. They've really screwed us here. Okay. Yep, I don't really care about the succession in Marine, to be honest with you. Not really too bothered about that one, Chief. Okay. This is going to be really difficult, but if we come over here, we can collect our reinforcements from here, merge them into the armies, and then head back out. God damn. I mean, I cannot believe they've hit us this hard. Hello. Oh, thank you. That's good. We got some money from our trade master, who left. Apparently left our court. I wonder if that's something to do with the siege. Probably. Anyway, let's kill these guys. Save our people from here and spin back around. We might already lose everything, which is mad. Those 61 people can hold them while we bring the reinforcements in. Are we going to get there in time? We are. Wait, are we going to beat them there? 6th of 4th moon. 8th of 4th moon. We're going to beat them. We're going to beat them. You start heading up. That does not give us many troops. And they are sieging bloody fast. Man, this is a shame. This is already so difficult. Here we go. Here we go. Battle starting. Commander's improved. We've picked up our guys. Good stuff. Okay. No, we're not going to fire any commanders right now. Sorry. Should write a letter to Lord Arthur. Yes. I like Lord Arthur. He helped us out. I want to try and become friends with him. Okay, then. 1,400 troops. We've got good commanders. With a little bit of good positioning and a lot of luck, we might be able to do something about this. 2,112 versus 1,500-ish. Oh, man. That's a rare event. Only the true knights of House Dane may carry their ancestral greatsword Dawn, forged from the heart of a fallen star. Of all of House Dane's members, Lord Edric Dane of the Torrentine alone has proven himself worthy of the honor. So to wield this sword from a fallen meteorite, you have to be honorable, just, a good fighter, a knight, loads of combination of traits. And this guy is formidable fighter, knight, just, brave, honorable, diligent. Wow, you see that so rarely amongst the AI. That's really cool. Okay, team. The more they siege, the more troops they're going to lose. So I think... Oh, shit. He's captured Bronn already. All the action's happening down there. Well, all the important stuff. We're just fighting a civil war right now. I suppose it's more important to us in the short term, huh? Wowie. Bronn of the Blackwater has been imprisoned. Tyrion has been imprisoned. Are they going to execute him? Let's mark them as special interest. I think that's very necessary. Oh my god, look at all our friends though. Wow, these are all the people that agreed to back us. That's cool. Tyrion, special interest. Brienne, special interest. Samuel Tarly, special interest. Tyrion Lannister has lost the Westerlands. He's had it revoked. But the Septim has declared independence. He doesn't approve of Bran either. Holy crap. And a lot of this is just the characters being awful. Oh my god, he's revoked everything. He's gone full tyrant. It's not tyrannical if they rebelled. No, he has gone full tyrant. Oh, shit. Like, barely any of this is the scenario set up. This is all natural. I should have had more faith in the game. I thought I'd give it a kickstart. But holy shit. I mean, this is insane. They've gone mad with it. All right. Now we've got to try and position ourselves to bait them out. Ooh. Somebody died. I don't know who you are. Someone else died. Someone wants to replace Tormund. The High Septim is doing some stuff. Oh, God, there's so much going on already. Jesus. Let's just focus on the important stuff at hand here. Let's try and win this civil war. Prove ourselves worthy to be king. A little bit of teething pains, but we'll get it. We'll get it, don't worry. Can we raise anyone else? Nothing. They've got 2 armies. Which means unless they've got like a series of pretty nice commanders, could we hide here and let them come to us, do you think? Bounce out, bounce back, see if we can bait them over. Could we maybe get to the Frost Caves before they're heading up to there? Oh, shit. Are we going to get there first? 11th moon. 22nd of the 11th moon. We're getting there 11th moon, right? Oh, but no, that's this army coming in. Skirling Pass. No, it's not. It is these guys. They're going directly to here. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because look, those two have a border. Shit, this might be it. This will decide the entire war. Boom. So we are now bunkered down. We have, he's going to take a river crossing penalty. And we've got mountains. Mountain Pass. Does that affect the battle at all? Harsh winter. Really no negatives for a mountain pass. Well, this is going to be interesting. Auto balance the units. And now we just pray. We just sit and we pray. I've done that. There is objectively nothing better I could have done here. So whatever happens at this point happens. This is it. Good luck. Godspeed. Here it goes. We don't outnumber them. But we have better commanders. We have a river crossing. Is that going to make up them having an extra 25% troops on us? Over 25% troops on us. Holy crap. We can chase down one of their commanders for fight. For a personal battle. Commander Corrin. You turn to face Commander Corrin. But he breaks the charge and flees. We get 10% morale. Because their commander fled. Come on. Hold the line. Hold the line. Oh my god. They haven't got a commander on their flank. We might do it. He was slain! He's been slain! Who slew him? Lord Dennis of Ice Bay Shore! You are a beautiful man. Mark him as special interest. I name you Keeper of the Swans. He killed him! The war's over! He killed him! He slew him! You legend. Already we are getting some legendary characters out of this. Fantastic. Why? Oh, we've just got special event troops. Oh, shit. Do we? We do. We have special event troops. Oh, weird. Holy crap, though. Man, I cannot believe that. So, he's assassinated him. So, the High Septim's already in prison. That was a bloody good rebellion. So, we've got Devin Sealskinner killed the leader of the enemy's troops and ended the war. A war which I think we probably would have won. Judging by how the battle was going, we were looking pretty good there. This guy stepped up and slew him. And then we've got, what's his name as well? Arthur Riverblood, who's convinced everybody we're innocent. We've got allies. I'm going to make sure that they are known throughout the realm for being great people, fantastic people. I don't really care about the Septim, I won't lie. Wow. What a Game of Thrones plot contrivance. Just when we thought it was over. Somebody died unceremoniously in the middle of battle. That's Game of Thrones if I've ever heard it. What a first episode. A wife is in prison. By us? No. Why is she in prison? Release her. Oh, I think the war ended and she was imprisoned by her enemy. I can only assume that's the case. Well, we'll see how they get on. They like one another. She's lustful. She's attractive. Hopefully a babby will be formed soon, and then we won't have to worry so much about, you know, civil wars potentially annihilating. Oh, hang on, he's not our dynasty, so if we die, it's a game over. Aw, shit. Well, that is a first episode right there. I already thought it was all over before it began. We can upgrade our capital. Oh. Shit. and build an actual city there. We build a wildling keep. It can take about 40 years. You know what? We want to see our people prosper. Let's do it. And then we have to take our Hand of the King, and we have to say improve holding. 6% chance yearly. So we're looking for somebody with very, very high stewardship. This guy's the best that we've got right now. Magnus Sigurn. Yes, you have invested a lot of gold improving Craster's Keep, but we don't have anybody overseeing the efforts yet. I will the second that he is off cooldown. 25th moon? 25th moon? We gotta wait months yet. Holy crap. Action-packed. I like it. I'm already in. Convinced. So what else can we do then? Call our court out fighting. Absolutely. Bring them out. Our bard, was he slain, or is it because we already have a bard? I presume it's because we already have a bard. I'm certainly hoping that's the case and we didn't, like, immediately get him murdered. Go on a tour. Can we do that? We should try and do that when we get the chance. Tour the world. Get some armor, some weapons, some alliances. See what we can actually find out there. That'd be quite nice. Well, let's go ahead and move our guy over now. And then I think that's a fantastic place to end it. We've proven ourselves a worthy king. We've found some alliances. We've crushed the people who doubted us. My God. Maybe we'll say have a son now. Just for the purposes of trying to make sure that we won't get a game over. I think that's not a bad idea. And then Trademaster. Let's make sure everything's set up for tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Again, if you want to play along, I'll make sure all the mods are available in the description. Tomorrow's episode probably won't be as long as today, but, you know, I wanted to do a little extra to make up for all the introductions and whatnot. Already off to a ridiculous start. King Bran has become the tyrant that I could only have dreamed of him becoming. He's also got a pet whale, which is crazy. Yeah, the guy's off to an insane start. We're off to a pretty interesting start. Certainly some weird shit happening there. North is already splintered. Sansa's already spaffed that one away. She's really fucked it up. Willis Manderley. Willis Manderley? Oh, wow. What a play. Thank you. See you all tomorrow for a bit more CK2.